Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Coughlin Track and Field. Paul McGrane, the head coach, joining us right now. Well, Paul, somehow, some way, you do it again. You get groups of young ladies, and you get a guy or so to the state meet at Shippensburg University. Congratulations. I'm sure that's always the goal, get as many athletes to head to Shippensburg for the state championships as you can. And, boy, you have a real nice group there again.
Thanks a lot, John. We have a super group of kids this year. Our boys team was undefeated in our conference. It was highlighted by Jacob Khalifi's great throw, his last throw. He kind of won it there. So he'll be going down the shot put. And our girls, we don't win a lot of meets, but they put their time in. They do a lot of winter stuff. They do stuff in the summer. And they're great kids. They're talented kids. And it's just nice to work with those guys.
Well, Khalifi with the shot put, following his brother's footsteps, it's great to hear. A young man just punching the clock and getting the job done and rising to the occasion, as you said, on the last throw.
It's really nice. He has great genes. His dad was a great thrower for GAR, and he's come over to help us. And him and Jeff Crocus do a heck of a job with our throwers. They really do. I don't go over near them. They do their own thing, and they did a great job. Anthony is at Colgate. He's playing football up there, and Jacob just stepped up. He's a little easier going than Anthony was, but boy, when he had to step up, he really did.
Coach, you mentioned those guys and what they did in the Wyoming Valley Conference. You're always, you're plugging guys at different spots and trying to gain points and do stuff. Talk about those guys that, they may not be going to Shippensburg University, but nonetheless, as you said, a great year for them and the work ethic that they had to put in a fabulous, fabulous memory for them this season in the regular season.
It's really nice. Guys like Nick Stavinsky, he came up after the district meet. He goes, Coach, I worked 3 years to get a district medal. He was there every day in the wintertime working on the hurdles, and his time in the 300s came down, his time in the 100s, 110s came down. Ron Sepkoski, same thing. Kevin Kozerski, same thing in the hurdles. Mohammed Chesson was like our joker this year. We put him in every event. We put him in the triple jump, long jump, 4x1, 4x4, 100, 200. When we went into a meet, nobody knew where he was going to go. So he was really nice. Our distance kids really came through. Our 2-mile relay, they had a very good year. David Sadberry had a very good year. Our jumpers, we expected them not to be so good, and we got a kid like Bobby Hopkins, a real good wrestler, came out. He did a commendable job in the triple jump. Muhammad in the long jump. Jake Solar in the high jump, along with Kozerski and Hopkins, made it really, really a fun year. And our vaulters, oh my gosh, Nick Jankowski went 13.6. Khalid Cradle went over 12.6. And Tommy Schwab and Austin Popple, they were both around 11.6. So we had a real nice year with the boys.
I don't know how you do it. You're keeping tabs on everybody, and everybody seems to get just a little bit better every year, and that's why you have so many successful seasons. Let's head over now to the girls, and a young lady you want to talk about that she kind of flies under the radar somehow, some way, but she's off that little bit of the radar. She's big on the radar now. Mary Tona has really developed year after year, and this year she should be a young lady that will be on the mark at Shippensburg University.
We enjoyed Mary. She came along really nice the last 2 years. In the 300 hurdles, last year we had Nathaniela try it, Bordeaux, and Tamar Bordeaux. And Mary was a couple hundredths of a second, like inches away from going to the state meet. She jumped in both relays. They qualified in both relays last year. She was our leadoff in the 4x1 and the second leg in the 4x4. It was just outstanding. She works hard in the 300s. She worked step pattern, and that step pattern won the race for her. She really nailed those last three hurdles in the 300s.
And now let's move along to the Bordeaux girls. They're every bit as good as great young ladies, all-American girls. They do it in the classroom. They do it on the track and field. And great camaraderie, I know, between them and Mary and some of the other girls on the team.
Without a doubt. These two kids, they're just a credit to their parents. They have athletics. They have the intelligence. They have the school's academic program. They're just humble kids. They're really good kids to be around.
We're talking with Paul McGrane from Coughlin High School here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Coach, let's wrap it up with some of the other girls that competed this year for the Lady Crusaders that you're proud of as well.
In our pole vault, our girls, they kind of followed the boys in the pole vault. We had a girl there who finished second. Her name's Madison Hawkins. She's about 5 feet tall. She's a tiny girl, and she is a fire plug. She nailed a 10-6 jump. She maxed out on her pole. Her form was unbelievable on a windy day. I think it was like 20-mile headwind. My opinion was she was the best-looking jumper at the district meet. Other people got higher than her, but she looked super on the runway, on her approach, on her takeoff. Another young lady is a long jumper named Skylar Panettiere. We asked her to jump in the relays. She really didn't like the 400, but with Nathaniela, Tamara, and Mary, they took her under her wing, and she really adapted. She ended up running like a 61, 62 quarter in the mile relay at the district meet. She started a little high, and she worked her way down, and she did a fabulous job for us.
Well, Coach, you did it again. You had a very successful season. Congratulations. I know you'll give all the credit to your athletes, but continued success there at Coughlin High School, and rooting for all those Crusaders at the state meet as well.
Thank you so much, John. Thanks for the publicity. You guys do a fabulous job. I love watching. I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning watching the show when I got home. It was fun to watch. It heartbreaking, but fun.
Well, continued success. That's Paul McGrane, Coughlin Track and Field here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.